My name is Marcia DeCoteau, and I am an Indigenous health physician. On average, First Nations school systems receive about 25 to 30% less than provincial schools do for each student that studies there. Well, the gap in funding on a day-to-day basis could mean that there's not as many teachers or teaching assistants available, so there might be lower teacher-to-student ratios or bigger class sizes. For more senior students, there might be less subjects that can be offered. So for example, subjects in sciences or advanced math courses. It could mean less resources for learning, like computers or other forms of technology like iPad. It could mean libraries that aren't stocked as well, or complete absence of laboratories for learning like science labs. So it really does translate overall into less opportunities for learning for First Nations kids. Well, the TRC report was just released, and one thing that it said was that all of us need to understand that the current gaps in health status for First Nations people are related to past and present Canadian government policies, and decisions about education funding certainly would be one of those policies. Education is related to just about every health outcome you could imagine, whether you're talking about having high blood pressure, having heart disease, whether or not a person chooses to smoke. All of those health outcomes are related to education. So when we underfund education and give people less opportunity to learn, we are also, as an impact of that, giving them less opportunity to be healthy. First Nations children and youth are the fastest growing segment of the Canadian population. There's been some projections that in Saskatchewan and Manitoba, for example, 20 to 30% of the population will be Indigenous within the next decade or 2 decades. So this is a huge labor force potential. We have enormous opportunity to contribute to the economic growth of this country, to contribute to technology, to innovation, to the health workforce, to the education workforce, but we need equal opportunity in order to take that, to be able to capitalize on that. Well, the reason that I care about the funding gap is because I think that every child in this country deserves an equal opportunity to learn, to thrive, to be healthy, and to reach their dreams. I think it's a matter of human rights and of fairness and of justice, and I think Canadians, if we live up to those values, should care too.